Lights low, mics high. Yeah, let's get into it. It's crime o'clock, yeah, feel that sound. Typically unique when the truth comes out. Tick-tock, won't stop, let the facts talk. Pull up real close, yeah, it's crime o'clock. Whole story change, no fear my voice, no need to shout. Paper speaks when you read it out. If the math's off, I'll circle twice. Truth ain't loud, but it ain't nice. Yeah. Read it again. It's crime o'clock, yeah. Feel that sound. Typically unique when the truth comes out. Tick tock, won't stop. Let the facts talk. Pull up real close, yeah. It's crime o'clock. They sell a narrative if I sell receipts. Courtroom quiet, but the pages speak.
It's time to clock in. Crime o'clock starts now.
Screenshot save, timelines tight. Missing pieces keep me up at night. If they say you're exit, I say why. If they say case closed, I say try. No rush here, we do it right. Truth don't bend for the likes of hype. If you came for noise, you're in the wrong spot. This is evidence, this is crime o'clock. Clock, clock, clock. Stay with me. This isn't background noise. This is pattern recognition. This is documents. This is crime o'clock. It's crime o'clock, yeah. Feel that sound. Typically unique when the truth comes out. Tick tock, won't stop. Let the facts talk. Say it with me now. Crime o'clock. It's crime o'clock. Typically unique. It's crime o'clock. Yeah. If you're here, you're early. If you're listening, you're paying attention. Show starts now.
It's time to clock in. Crime o'clock starts now.
Tonight, we've also been getting a number of updates on social media from Michael Ruiz. He works with Fox News Digital and reports for them, and really giving us a little bit of insight into the investigation. And we are hearing a little bit of words from people who are investigating this, speaking about the state of the investigation. Ruiz saying he has a source, a federal source, that's describing this entire debacle as insane. Nancy went missing on January 31st into February 1st. And then the FBI got involved late on the 2nd, after the agency reached out and was limited to a minimal role. So Ruiz is alluding to the feds speaking on how much they've been allowed to do throughout the course of the investigation, and really when they began investigating. Another one from Michael. This is a new one on the apparent friction between the Pima County Sheriff's Department and federal agencies. According to the source, the sheriff didn't request help from the FBI until after the feds reached out. So again, just lending credence to the tweet before, quote, they never even reached out. These comments coming after we heard earlier this evening that there was a little bit of frustration from the FBI.
Search for Nancy Guthrie are coming to light as officials issue a description of her possible abductor.
And the FBI now offering $100,000 for any information that could help bring Nancy home. Chanley Painter here with the latest. Chanley.
Hey, good morning. So the FBI providing new details about the suspect seen in video on the porch of Nancy Guthrie's home the morning she disappeared. Authorities say they are looking for a male who is 5'9" to 5'10" tall with an average build. Officials also say the brand of backpack the suspect is seen wearing is a black 25-liter Ozark Trail hiker pack backpack sold at Walmart. This new information is coming as investigators are reportedly asking Nancy Guthrie's neighbors to share security videos from as far back as a month before the 84-year-old's abduction, specifically from January 1st to February 2nd.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Typically Unique Crime O'Clock. Hey, Witchy, good to see you. So I started with a couple little clips because apparently there's some feuding going on with, I don't know, hard feelings between the FBI and the local sheriff's department. So a lot has come out about that. The overnight, definitely seems like the FBI was not, they weren't definitely not in the lead of this investigation, and some disputes over how some of the evidence has been handled, specifically the DNA. It came out overnight that the sheriff, we found out there was not only the glove found on the road yesterday, but a glove actually in the house. And when I heard that, I thought, and this is a professional job. I don't know. I think there's some new information that has come out that will definitely lead to a good discussion about professionals or amateurs that have fumbled through this. I don't know. Leaving a glove at the scene. I don't know. I guess mistakes get made, but that's a big one. So apparently they took that glove and they've had it, since day one. I guess the sheriff's office, the county that's in charge, Pima County Police, they have custody of that. And so the dispute was that they chose to send it to a private lab in Florida. And oh gosh, I know it's in Deerfield Beach, and I'm familiar with that because I went on spring break down there one year, and it's right in the middle between Boca Raton and Fort Lauderdale. So Deerfield Beach is right in that stretch. So, and apparently this lab, I can't remember the name of it. They are an international DNA based private lab, similar to Othram. I'm curious why they chose to send it there, but I guess the FBI, they wanted custody of the glove and the DNA. So that's going on. So because of all that, and thinking about a lot of information that's coming out almost 2 weeks later, we're getting finally a description. That was my second clip that I played this morning, an actual description of the perpetrator. Height, average build, what'd they say, between 5'9", 5'10", average build. They identified the backpack. I think online sleuthers had that backpack like the day we saw it. Like, I don't know why they don't use that resource that they have with us to get that information. But 2 weeks later, I mean, that I don't know. And then with the local sheriff. So because of all these questions, I personally went back to, I wanted to see the whole timeline from like day one until today. And then go back and watch. I want to watch the second sheriff's conference and see, like, with hindsight now, what can we pick out from that? So I also have lined up to talk about the flock cameras. I know a lot of people have started talking about these flock cameras. I was not I mean, one now that I know what they are, I've always been familiar with them because I feel like we see them around but didn't understand really what they were. And I got a little bit of information about flock cameras in Tucson and how that local area feels about them in general. So I've got that coming up. Oh, also overnight, apparently Nancy Grace, I don't know if it was her episode yesterday, something that dropped overnight, but she I guess had a source that said that they are, because even JLR was talking about this. There's a certain road, and I have some clips that'll talk about this. There's a certain road area, like a 2 mile square air, 2 square mile area that they want to collect cameras. So there's some businesses along the major highway part of this, and along with residences, but they want footage for a month. And I just saw TMZ drop a new video release. So let me, is this okay? I am. TMZ has another video clip of another home, like some guy on somebody's front porch messing with the camera. I think we might be able to see some similarities between like hand movements, what this person does with the camera when they approach the porch. Quick right now. And then we'll talk about it. And then I also have a special announcement for today. Special personal announcement. This is it.
Which is really interesting to authorities in this investigation. A couple of new things. There is a new video on Ring's Neighbors app, which is really interesting to authorities in this investigation. We spoke with a high up official in this investigation who said they are, and this is a quote, absolutely looking at this video. It shows a man skulking around the front porch of a house 8 days before the Nancy Guthrie kidnapping. It is 6.5 miles away from Nancy's home. Interestingly, this man, we blurred his face.
I'm going to back it up so we can see that face. They're starting to blur faces now, I guess, in case someone like poor Carlos Palavuelos that they took into custody, if they're innocent, they don't get the public after them.
Away from Nancy's home.
This doesn't look like very innocent behavior, though. Okay, it's blurry, but man, can you see that nose sticking out? Straight nose. To me. Let's see if I can get there. Doing the same kind of hand motions. What are we doing?
This man, we blurred his face, but he has a goatee.
He does. He kind of looks like somebody. I'm gonna play it again.
Away from Nancy's home.
Okay, right there is a side profile, even though it's blurred. I mean, he's got a big nose, big straight nose. There's another view. Mustache and beard.
Interestingly, this man, we blurred his face, but he has a goatee and a mustache. And if you look at the video on Nancy Guthrie's porch, the man seen there appears to have the same. So again, we don't know.
We can't tell if he has a mustache, I guess.
The authorities are, as was put to us, absolutely looking at this video. couple of other things. One is we have been told by multiple sources connected to this investigation that they have been frustrated over not being able to identify a vehicle tied to the person.
Okay, talk about the vehicle in a second. Seeing people come into the chat. Good morning. Christy's Chaos, you guys. Christy, drop your link in here, please. She is getting lots of footage for us for Idaho 4. Please go over to her channel and check out her videos. Mike, let me get your official name. The last 24 on the mic. Drop your link also. He also has videos. Please go check him out. Dave's 9164 talking about the description that they are finally giving of the suspect. And it's like generic. It's like generic. Average body build, 5'9" to 5'10". Then they focused on the backpack. Does look like some type of mustache under the ski mask. I've also heard talk of a possible scar mark. I don't know. I do have a photo that I'll drop in here real quick. Let me find it. So there's lots of speculation about potential suspects. I do keep hearing that, a lot of the police experts that are commenting and giving their opinions on this case, they keep saying it's got to be someone extremely local, someone that knows the area, someone that, maybe knows her. So things like that. So here's a photo that I found this is the brother-in-law, Tommaso. There's been a lot of talk about his bandmate. So that's his bandmate right there. I look at the facial structures. I don't know, but I did hear Tommaso's very, very tall, over 6 foot. So, but I just wanted to share that photo that I found. That's someone that's been talked about a lot. I don't know if I necessarily am going down that route, but that's what we're going to talk about today. Amos Peters, 4813. Good morning. Who else do we have here? Oh no, Obama, the big ears clown. Good morning. I said good morning to Witchy and Mike. Altruistic Murder. Hello, hello. Your unpaid job. Oh, are you like at home taking care of the kids or something? And Norby's B16. Hello. Good morning. All right. Before I continue on with this, I don't know if she's watching right now or not, but today's my daughter's birthday, so I made something for her. So please give me a couple minutes. Enjoy it. Let's celebrate her. Her name's Carly. If you want to say happy birthday, Carly, in the chat.
Another candle, another quiet wind. You're standing taller than you've ever been. The years were heavy, but you wore them well. Every scar a story you survived to tell. Happy birthday, Carly, let the night stay soft and loud. You built a life you're finally proud. No wishing now, you already know you are exactly where you're meant to go. Old fears fading in the rear view light. You learn your worth in the long dark nights. soft and loud. You build a life you're finally proud. No wishing now. You already know you are exactly where you're meant to go.
All right. Thank you guys for being so supportive for her. I was just messaging her. I'm like, join if you can. I have something special for you, but she will see it eventually. Thank you. Thank you. Hi, Beth Wagner. Hello. All right. So back to the case. So TMZ, someone asked a good question. Why is TMZ reporting on this more than the mainstream news? I think everybody's reporting on it like crazy. It's just what they're reporting. I tend to like a lot what is coming out from Fox, the different affiliates of Fox. Even Fox Business has like good information. So they've been having some good like FBI experts on there, different experts about things. TMZ maybe goes a little bit, I don't know how much they're controlled with their narrative. They can just kind of, and plus they feel like they've got that inside scoop because I think he's going to talk about it. Like they've gotten a couple of the notes. They keep checking the Bitcoin account, things like that. So, all right. So now he's going to talk about, I think, this car information. I think that's what he said.
Person at Nancy Guthrie's front porch. They have looked everywhere, and it's one of the reasons they are putting out this APB, if you will, asking people in that area if they've seen anything over the month before Nancy was kidnapped. But the vehicle is going to be key, and the wider net they cast, the more likely it is that they're going to get a lead.
Hi,
so
Karen.
it's something that they really want.
Christina.
Now, finally, I want to talk about these ransom notes. We have received one. There are two of them. And it is now going on 2 weeks since Nancy's kidnapping.
I just showed it,
We
Christina. I'll back it up and show it.
demand $6 million. And I can tell you, we check this Bitcoin account regularly. And the money is not there. $6 million, not there. And it's been 2 weeks. Savannah had said they were going to present the money through the Bitcoin account. It has not yet happened. I will tell you this. I know, and when I say I know, I am positive that authorities, including the FBI, are vitally interested in that ransom note. I know this to be true. And I can't say the specifics because I promised I wouldn't, but I can tell you they are absolutely still vitally interested in this ransom note. So it doesn't seem like they've been able to connect the dots. And again, we have received 2 emails from somebody who says he knows who the kidnapper is, but he wants a Bitcoin because he says he needs the money because he's going to have to lay low for a while.
Hi, Becca.
And because he fears retaliation. And he said he also just doesn't want to be called a rat. So that money has not been deposited either. That's $67,000.
Okay. Let's talk about this for a minute. So the first ransom note came in and I don't know if they told us a whole lot of information about that, but that's what the family was responding to, right? So supposedly the first ransom note was like about Nancy. Didn't sound like they were giving proof of life. They definitely have not. TMZ has the ability to check this Bitcoin account because they got the link in the ransom note. So they're able to go in and they can't do anything like make any transactions, but they can see if anything's been deposited. And they just keep saying nothing has been deposited. So, okay. Then TMZ, and I believe it was only TMZ that got the request for someone who is going to give information about the perpetrator, and they're the ones that wanted that one Bitcoin. And it's interesting that as soon as that came out, soon after is when the FBI, who is now more involved, increased the reward money. So it was $50,000 and they increased it to $100,000. So maybe that's to entice this possible informant who wanted the Bitcoin. I think a Bitcoin is about, they said today it was like $67,000. It seems to go between 55, 65, something like that. For one Bitcoin, maybe he would be enticed to go for $100,000 to give that information. But my question is, does that make you think there were two perpetrators and one of them is backstabbing the other one? Do you think it's just someone who has caught on to maybe a loved one or someone they know that has been acting different? Because, hi, Tomboy. I love that you always say, good morning. Good morning, sunshine. That's a good discussion if do you think there were two perpetrators, or, is this, oh no, that's what it was. I was watching an expert on a news show talking about the behaviors that this perpetrator must be exhibiting right now. Could you imagine if you did this and you're like, I don't know, an average Joe Blow with a job and a family? Hi. You can come behind me. Here's the birthday girl, but you're on live. Saying hi. Did you see my special song?
Yes.
Aww.
Thank you all for the birthday wishes. Thank you.
Carly is saying thank you for the birthday wishes, you
Shout
guys.
out to Typically Unique. Everybody like, everybody subscribe, share it to your friends.
Hey, look in the bottom drawer in the fridge. Oh my goodness. Sorry for that little interruption. Where was I? The behaviors. You would have to be, we're all waving at you. Thanks. I don't know, a nervous wreck, probably wanting to watch the news all the time, which I guess, I'm not watching it on TV. Like, I'm always listening on YouTube, watching things on YouTube for updates. What other behaviors do you think this person would be exhibiting? Would they be acting normal if they had to go to work every day? The expert that I listened to said that, like, if they would probably not be following their normal routine, maybe gave a reason to like leave town for a while. Like, hey, I have to go leave town for a while. The example they gave was, I have to go take care of my sick aunt, just things to look out for behaviors of somebody who could have done this. Like, are they hiding their vehicle? Have they done an extreme cleaning of their vehicle? Oh my goodness, I heard, whoop, there it is. 3 months, Tomboy. That's awesome. Building our green team over here, you guys. That's awesome. I'm gonna leave that up for a minute. Sorry about that. I keep getting interrupted, but with my thoughts, but I always come back to it. Their behaviors. Nancy Grace was talking about the car. And again, you guys, I could not believe she was like, there was blood on the front porch, and that there's blood in that vehicle. And I thought, oh my God, here we go again with blood in the car. Because if you followed the Idaho 4 case, everybody was sure there would be blood in the car, and there was nothing. So I don't know if we put too much weight on that anymore. But I mean, if Nancy herself was in that car, yes, that makes sense. I get that. I do get that. But this person has to be hiding off their normal routine, maybe talking faster, maybe avoiding conversations, not wanting to get into things, just acting different. So what I've heard so far is that they think it's someone local, definitely. And they're searching like a 2 square mile radius, and they want cameras for like a whole month. All right, I'm going to see what some of your comments are. Yeah, Hemi, seems to be a pattern going on. So we have how many videos now of people? There's a video of, I think about a month ago, of a guy in like, it looks almost like a safety vest. And he was kind of scavenging around one of the houses. Okay, so there's that video. There's the video that was just released, yesterday, day before, of the guy with no mask on that walks into like the carport, a covered car area, and tries to open that gate. So then there's him. Then just last night, TMZ released this newest video of someone on another porch. So that's 3 videos in the area. Now, does that make it seem like a ring of people? Maybe it's these like delivery guys that are like got this great idea, like, hey, we're in a rich area. I mean, those are really nice houses. We're gonna do something. Is it the person that targeted Nancy because her daughter's famous and there's that reason for it? Are they putting out these like decoys, these red herrings, that far in advance? I mean, some people think this was a really orchestrated kidnapping. And if you were going to do it and do it like that, I mean, that makes sense that you would do something like that. Or are they not connected at all? It's just, this is a rich neighborhood. It's pitch black at night. We saw how dark out it is there. Are these just your typical, you're going to have prowlers out and about on any given night? Is it just that? I'm being compared to Anjanette Levy. That's a compliment. Hi, no, my name's Kim. This channel is typically unique, Crime O'Clock show. And who am I saying hi to? Let me see if I can say your name right. Caius Posthumous Tyrannus. I tried. Hello. That's funny. Yeah, 5 miles away was that latest break-in. Yeah. Yep. All right. I don't know if we need to finish this one out. Let me see. And then I think I might want to, I think we're going to look at the flock camera information.
Which is the value of a Bitcoin right now. But that money hasn't been deposited either. I cannot tell you that person actually knows who the kidnapper is, because we don't know who that person is. And my understanding, and I have a pretty good understanding, the authorities don't know either. But I will tell you, they are still really interested in that ransom note.
All right. So according to, is it Harvey? Is that his name here? Harvey? He is saying that the authorities are super interested in that ransom note. So that's telling. I mean, do you think a local person is doing a ransom like that? It's so contradictory to me. Like, we keep hearing the experts say, oh, it's got to be somebody that knows the family. It's a family member. It's a neighbor. And then we hear, oh, it's this organized crime structure. But okay. So apparently I would think my take on that is interested in the ransom note to get clues to find this person, not interested in the ransom note because we want to pay the ransom and try to get Nancy back. That's my personal interpretation of it. I know, Hemisphere. The only good thing, he's saying so much time has gone by, more time doesn't, in any situation, whether you're an 84-year-old woman or not, the more time that goes on, not a good sign. The only thing that was a little bright light for me is that someone pointed out when they went into Nancy's house with the search warrant, that they were looking for her medications and her heart equipment or something, heart monitor. And I don't know if we know if they found that or not, but if they didn't, then no. They went into someone else's house. It must have been when they maybe went into Carlos's house. So if it's not in Nancy's house, they're looking for it elsewhere with these warrants. So then that means the perpetrator probably took that stuff with them, which is hopeful to me. If she's got her medication, and it is somewhere, then maybe, she has a chance. It was the search warrant for Carlos. Thank you. Tomboy. All right, let me find this other one.
Hey guys, thanks so much for checking out my show. I really, really appreciate it.
It is. Oh, it's a link. I made myself a link. Oh, that was just the suspect description. I have another video here. This says creeper in the neighborhood. And I did check this out last night. Oh, this was the old one that I was. So this is one of the other videos of someone in the area at night. So look at that guy. A neighbor reported that. Again, beard. I mean, what do you think? Do you think these all look the same? His nose kind of looks straight and long. Looks like he's in between buildings. It's definitely dark out. Oh, that's him walking past a porch. Let me play that again. I think this one was from a month ago. Someone was saying that this guy has the same kind of pants and the same shoes. A peeping Tom. He still looks weird. And people escalate, right? They start as a peeping Tom and then they escalate. I don't know if it looks like the same shoes or not. Why would you wear a bright vest like that? Someone thinks he's taking pictures through a window. Yeah, maybe. What, for blackmail? Oh, this one, look at his shoes. He's got reflectors on the back of his shoes. I don't think the shoes look the same. I don't know. Maybe. You trying to blackmail people? Or just perverts? Or are they taking pictures of the inside of houses so they know the layout? Oh my goodness. Wouldn't you want to know the inside of a place where you might be wanting to strike? Watch the shadow. I still think they could just be taking a picture of inside, what the room looks like. Or is someone sleeping in there and they can see them sleeping? All right. He's got a fade, a tight, high and tight fade cut, beard, blue and white vest. This is very recognizable. Like, who knows somebody that has a vest like that? Is there a company? Is there a company that has a vest like that? A delivery company? A store? All right, look at the background. No, the sky. It is dark out. Okay, so I guess this must be the middle of the night. None of these things are time stamped. So he's walking by a Ring doorbell. After. I wonder whose house this is at. You can see his belt. I'm trying to see. Can you see what's on his phone? Watch the shadow. The shadow's back here. I want to see what's on his phone. Does he have something in his ear? Does he have like a headphone in his ear? Or one of those gauges? Does he have a gauge? Is that what they're called? It looks too high to be a gauge. I don't know. So apparently that one's from a month ago. It's a tablet. You think it was that big? You think it's that big? I think it's a phone. Those Androids can be big. Let me see. I don't know. Tablets can be small and phones can be big. So I guess it could be either. Yeah, there is definitely something going on, you guys. There is definitely like we always say, like, are all these coincidences? Okay, so this one is supposedly from a month ago. And then I do have the video of the guy from yesterday, not blurred. I used it in my live yesterday. Let me see. Is this the one? Yes. Okay. I think this is the one where it's not covered. Great. I found it. Oops. There we go. Okay. So this one, I don't know if we know the time on this. Let me know in the chat. Do we know fake Amazon vest, do you think? Taking photos to know what's inside. That's what I think. That's what I think they were casing out this area. So do you think maybe what if they settled on Nancy's house because she was an elderly woman who lived alone and they had no idea she had a famous daughter? That is a possibility. That is a possibility. So what if they're going to all of these other houses and they're seeing like whole families living there? They don't have a routine schedule, so it's hard to like tell when would be a good time to break in. There's too many people around. They have dogs. They have big German shepherds, and they are figuring out which house do we want to target. Who are you going to target? You're going to target the elderly, older lady who lives alone. That's really what it looks like to me. And with the mistakes that have been made, like a glove outside on the road, a glove inside the house, walking up in front of a camera, mask on or not, doing these other casings with no mask on. Like, did they think because it wasn't the night of the actual crime that the cameras didn't matter? Oh my goodness. I don't know. Yeah, they robbed the wrong house. Oh my God. If that was the case, could you imagine them finding out the next day, like, oh my gosh, we just did this to this? Now, I still think I am open to like all possibilities because I haven't seen anything yet that's leaning me way more one way than the other. Hey, Dago. How are you today? His shadow looks exactly like the masked guy. I think all these guys look similar. I don't think they look exactly like. Okay, let's look at this one. You guys drop Dago's link in here, True Crime Cafe with Dago, because when my live ends, usually he goes live shortly after and we'll all go over there. Okay. Is there any information on this? I don't see a time or anything. So this is another location, supposedly a different person. I think this one's unblurred.
For some reason the VLC don't want to work. What the hell? Computer was acting so weird to get on. It was like doing all kinds of weird shit.
Okay, what does this say? Oh, I couldn't make this out yesterday either. Tucson, Arizona, person trying to unlock. Oh, it says neighbor. It says neighbor. So it's in her area. Person description, gray jacket, 2 dark colored backpacks. So in her area. Exact location hidden for privacy. Ugh. Come on, dude. Show it. There we go. All right. Okay. So again, in a carport, I call a covered garage, like a covered car area, a carport. That's what we call it around here. I'm trying to get it. Oh my gosh. Sorry. I'm trying to get him walking up. There he goes. Doesn't he look like he has gray hair? You know who has gray hair? He looks older to me. And where's he coming from? Let's look at the direction. So the black truck is parked. The car is parked. So the driveway must be coming. He's coming from the direction of the driveway. I'm playing this from someone else's video, so he's talking about it for a while. Okay, now he doesn't look so old, but there is gray. Look at that. Look at the back of his head. This is an older person, in my opinion. What do you guys think? Could be camera lighting. Could be camera lighting. Hi, Jasmine Love. Good to see you. Brian Rambles. I agree. Skinny, right? Skinny. Brian, I am so happy to see you here. I hope you're doing good today. Hey, Jeff. Do you think that the guy with the backpack in his hand is hiding his face with the backpack in a very similar way that the guy did with the flowers on Nancy's front porch? I don't know. I'm going to watch it right now and I'll look for that. So you think with the second backpack he is? I don't think these are homeless people. I know a little bit about the homeless community. Not all. You can't fit everybody into one like category, but a lot of them want to live that way and want to be left alone. And, you know, that's it. They'll take handouts, but, you know, I'm sure there's population that's violent also. There's, you know, I just don't lean towards that with this case. All right. So I'm seeing like a gray. He's also got like a shaved head, but I'm seeing like gray tint. Skinny. And look, his hands going to his mouth. Now, yesterday when I talked about this, all I did was observe that. Like, oh, his hands going to his mouth. Do you think he's putting one of those bite lights in? I mean, that would be a similarity. I'm going to watch that again. His complexion is tan. He's looking away from the camera. I think he knows the camera's there. Why does he have two backpacks? Why does he have two backpacks? Just went up towards his mouth. Did he take something out of his mouth? I think he's got something in his hand, the other hand. I would think, you know, hey, he'd be handing that backpack over to somebody. Jeff's thinking, Jeff, you think there's another camera out there, maybe on another building or something, and he's using that backpack to block his view? Man, I wish we could see the other side, the other view. I mean, Nancy had cameras on her roof and in her backyard, supposedly. Is this guy, if it's a casing event, is he just checking out what's the lock situation? What's behind there? Is he looking for a dog? I don't know. You wouldn't be able to leave your dogs out in these kinds of areas because of all the wild animals, right? Not unattended. Does it keep putting a light on? Does anybody see a light? He's looking. There's a light right here. There's a light right over here, right on the side of the backpack. Do you guys see it? Is it the backpack? Does the backpack just have a reflector? But there's a light. There's a light right there. He's reaching. He was reaching. If he's just trying to unlock a lock, he is struggling. And did he really give up? Or did he do something? Did he mess with something? Did he disable something? Did they find out who this guy was and clear him? I did kind of see that. I did see that. They cleared this guy. Yeah, I mean, I heard that, but I haven't heard it a lot, and I haven't heard it. I don't know who I heard it from, so I don't know if it's verified or not. So I'm looking at this as like, is it just a coincidence that we've got these 3 videos now of people, other people in the area close, showing up at houses in the middle of the night, kind of like casing the place? Is it just a coincidence, or are they really scoping out things? This is very suspicious behavior. I think he looks like he was messing with something. Maybe I was saying maybe they were trying to figure out which house are we going to go after? Is that why people are talking about the homeless? Because they found out he was a homeless guy? I don't know. If he was homeless, I think he'd be like going through the garbage to find some food. Thank you, Fun Size. Fun Size, MBS. I love that name. You're welcome. So much to go over in this case. Oh my goodness. Thank you, Christina. It's amazing. I'm so happy to see everybody in here. Yeah, please take a second to hit the thumbs up if you would. Also subscribe if you haven't. Lots of new people here. Please subscribe and come back and join me weekdays at 11:30. I said every day yesterday, weekdays at 11:30. He's just another transient problem. Yeah. Jasmine Love, hello. Anna, I want to say hello. Latuya, hello. Tracy Biles. Okay, someone said Ford taillights. We talked about that too. Like supposedly there's some gray truck that they're looking for. Now that was only from Nancy Grace, so I don't know. I don't know about that. All right, so that's the 3 videos. And people have been asking, what about flock cameras? Do you guys let me know in the chat? Have you heard of flock cameras? What do you know about flock cameras? I'm going to play this right here. So this would be concerning, why haven't they captured a vehicle, like a suspicious vehicle, vehicles at that time of night? I showed a map the other day of like her neighborhood is so rural and so weird, like lots of cul-de-sacs, lots of dead ends, lots of side streets that are completely residential, and it takes a while to get out of the neighborhood area to a main road. So you would think you would know, okay, if they left at, what did they say, 228, something like that. How long would it take to get to this main road where we know there's a camera that they would have to go by? How long does it take to get to this direction, this main road, to get to a camera that we know they have to go by? Plate information. Yes, I'm going to show that. JLR posted what? What did he post? All right, well, I'm going to give you a little short right now. This girl is really good at explaining it. Let me share this.
To the public, that is a...
I love this.
Should the images captured by 80,000 cameras surveilling Americans 24/7 be available to the public? That is a flock safety camera. I covered this Orwellian program for Reason last year, and a lot has changed. Flock's automatic license plate readers use artificial intelligence to gather data on every passing vehicle, from damage and decals to license plates and bumper stickers. Cameras snap 6 to 12 photos per car, and they even capture who's driving. Then all those photos get uploaded into a giant shared database, which can be accessed by law enforcement and government agencies, because Flock says when everyone contributes, cases get solved. Photos are stored for 30 days and then get deleted. And the cameras aren't cheap. In Washington State, Spokane Valley spent $500,000 on 26 cameras. Stanwood paid $92,000 for 14 cameras covering 3 square miles. And Yakima, which has a large migrant population, used $600,000 in funds from the American Rescue Plan Act to purchase theirs. Flock previously said the cameras are prohibited for immigration enforcement where it's against state or local law. But
That was a lie.
today they have cameras in 6,000 communities across 49 states, and Flock cameras read 20 billion plates per month. So it's no surprise people like Jose Rodriguez started to take notice. He saw them pop up in Walla Walla, where he worked, did some research, and couldn't believe all the data gathered. He described it as being watched by a bunch of prison guards. So because not all heroes wear capes, he filed public records requests wanting Flock photos and data from 50 public agencies across the state. Public records are any media or communication from a government agency that involves government business. But there are some exceptions for intelligence information. Now, most agencies complied with the request, but the 10 cities who didn't, Rodriguez sued, wanting $100 per day per record. Flock responded by calling the lawsuit a bogus way to make money and advocated for a legislative fix to Washington's Public Records Act. Gee, I wonder why. While all this was happening, cities like Redmond, Linwood, and Mount Lake Terrace turned off their Flock cameras. Then Stanwood and Cedro-Woolley, two holdouts, filed a motion to exempt Flock footage from the Public Records Act. They tried several different arguments, and according to their attorney, releasing the images would violate people's privacy.
And isn't it ironic?
But a Skagit County Superior Court judge disagreed. Because the footage is used by law enforcement agencies, it can be requested by anyone. Now agencies must store all Flock data before it's deleted. And in response to the ruling, one county turned off all their Flock cameras, calling it a threat to public safety. So what the flock does this mean for the future of mass surveillance? Should the images captured by 80,000 cameras surveilling Americans 24/7 be available to the public? That is a Flock safety camera. I covered this Orwellian program for Reason last year, and a lot has changed. Flock's automatic license plate readers use artificial intelligence to get.
Okay. So that was, man, she talked fast, but I like the way she kept it going. So yes, they are license plate readers, but they collect information about your car, she was saying. So, hi, Linda. Thank you so much. I'm happy to have you here. Andrea Guthrie, hello. Trying to get rid of the backpack. That's a good idea. Chris Lou, hello. Ransomless. Ooh, that's a good name. Why do you think the feds had to grab back end data? Because they knew what they were doing. Oh, yeah. Well, that's what the FBI does, right? That's why we use the FBI, because they have access to things that the government controls, that they're allowed to access, that private sector cannot. So yeah, that's what they do. I think that's why the FBI was a little upset with the sheriff for the DNA. They sent the DNA to a private lab instead of letting the FBI do it. I don't know. Okay, so you would think, right? So my next question was, does Tucson have Flock cameras? Because they're expensive and not every place has them. It's I don't know if it's ethical, but it's maybe, I don't know. What kind of a decision is that? Definitely a financial decision. Do we want to invest in this? It's also maybe a privacy or things like that. So big decisions that would have to go into that. So I found out, let me see, a little bit about Tucson and Flock cameras. Oh, I just looked it up. So this is just like a Google answer. I'll show you what it says. Does Tucson have Flock cameras? And it says, while many law enforcement agencies in the Tucson area use license plate reader, and that's called ALPR technology, the Tucson Police Department, TPD, primarily uses Verkada. So it's like another name brand, like a different brand. They use those kinds of cameras and Fusus. They do not use Flock safety. Though the University of Arizona Police Department previously used Flock, and there are discussions about ALPR regulation in Arizona. So while some agencies nearby might have Flock, Tucson's main police force uses other systems, but the technology is present in the region. So can they do the same thing? So ALPR, is that what Flock is? The University of Arizona Police Department used to be part of the National Flock Network, but it faced scrutiny and potential changes to their system. All right. So the reason why I wanted to talk about this Flock stuff is because we've been talking about it in the Brian Koberger case also. Hi, Senor. Good to see you. You're saying because it's a border state, you guarantee there are many surveillance points. Oh, yeah. Right. It was like, what, an hour to get to that? I always forget their name, the main name, where Carlos Vallezuelos, and he was right by the border, right? All right. So I just hope that they would be using that technology, right? Okay. Good. I'm good on time. I wanted to go over the timeline. So real quick, I have a few slides of like from the first day she went missing up until now. This has a lot more than those screenshots that they've been putting up on media. So I want to look at that, and then I want to go back and listen to the sheriff's press conference. Unless there's anything breaking, any breaking news today, but earlier I didn't see any major breaking news. Has anybody seen anything majorly breaking? Is Kane in here? Kane! Someone drop Kane's link. That's another channel that I'd love for you guys to go check out. Please go to M Kane. Are you using M Kane Ultra or Kane B's The Purge? Drop your links. Drop your links. All right, let me share this. Yeah, slideshow. Here we go. All right, so Saturday, January 31st at 5:32 p.m., Nancy Guthrie takes an Uber to her family's home for dinner. Right away. What? 84-year-old, you're making her take an Uber? Weird. Oh, you know what else I heard someone talking about? And again, scrolling through, saw a video, don't know the source, don't know how valid it is. It's just something I saw somebody talking about. Okay. So don't take this as a fact, but it was interesting. Someone said that a sticker showed up somewhere on Nancy's house that was something to do with elder protection, like an elder protection place. So they were speculating that did Nancy report anything? Feel like she wasn't getting taken care of or something like that. And then when you look at, you're making your 84-year-old, I mean, it was a 10-minute drive, right? 10 minutes. Go pick her up. It was a letter from APS. I'm not sure what APS is. Do you know the source that said that? Yes, drop Senor Wazowski's link. Senor is another great channel. Thanks, Meg. Drop all the links. Make sure Dago's gets dropped in here. They left a card. Yes, I didn't see that. Okay, so next. 9:48 p.m. Guthrie is dropped off at her Tucson, Arizona home by a family member. The garage door opens and closes minutes later. Maybe that's just the way this is written. Maybe it's just the way this is written. But the garage door is going to open to let her in. She's not going to get dropped off. And then minutes later, the garage door opens. The garage door is going to open. Oh, and here's another thing I was thinking. Where do we keep our garage door openers? Hey, William Tardy, Adult Protective Services. Thank you. Ooh, that's real interesting. I'm going to look into that. We usually keep our garage door openers in our car, right? In your car. She's not in her car. Do you know how many times I've left my house? Like if someone picked me up to go somewhere and I come home and I'm like, oh my God, I can't open the garage door because I don't have my garage door opener. Now, if I remember, I'll be like, hey, I got to grab my garage door opener and I'll throw it in my purse. Or I will just use my keys and go through another door. So did she go through another door? What do you guys think? So the garage door went open. So the easiest explanation is she took her garage door opener with her. But what if she didn't? Maybe she has a code. Do some garage doors have like a code on the outside? I don't know. Things to think about. All right. Sunday, February 1st at 1:47 a.m. So this is the next day. The doorbell camera is disconnected at 1:47 a.m. I have a question about what disconnected means, but is that just removed from the base? 2:12 a.m. The camera's software detects movement. See, this is what I'm saying. It's not, it can't be like disconnected, like not working, because it recorded movement at 2:12. Investigators initially said that there was no video. Why can't I scroll down? Let me do this. Okay. Investigators initially said that there was no video, right? Okay, that's the end of that. It doesn't say disabled. The camera wasn't disabled. The camera was disconnected. And then it took a photo. You got to read into these little details to figure out what's going on here. Disconnected. Detected movement at 2:12. The guy's on the porch. Do we know the exact time the guy's on the porch? There's cameras on the rooftops. If you've got cameras outside, I would think there's a good chance there's cameras inside too. 1:47, the doorbell camera is disconnected. 2:12, the cameras, they still got to be talking about the doorbell camera. Software detects movement. So maybe it's just laying somewhere else, just removed. I don't know. I would like to know more details about that. Something's going on at that time. 2:28, her pacemaker app disconnects from the phone. So they keep saying 41 minutes, but let me look at this. At 2:12 to 2:28. 16 minutes. Why are they saying 41 minutes? 1:47 to 2:28. Someone's there from 1:47 to 2:28. Okay. So we can assume they're leaving at 2:28 a.m. They're leaving her house. 11:56, her family checks on her after learning she did not attend church. So I'm making note of all of these things that we're not quite sure about, inconsistent statements that have been made. We have heard she went to virtual church. We have heard she went to an actual church. We have heard she went to a friend's house to watch virtual church. Why are they keeping that? Is that one of those close rings of people that are of interest? Let me see what you guys are saying. Yeah, definitely look like nose bleeding type blood by the front door. Agreed. Hello, Jessie Lynn. Hi, Sleuther. Hi, Chris Lou. Thank you for that. I hope you subscribed so you can come back. Fun size. I have a security system. I'm not subscribed, but it still records. Right. Exactly. Through the security system for 30 days. Yep. And after that, it starts recording. Yeah. It starts a new cycle. Yep. Absolutely. Okay, 11:56 is when her family checks on her after learning she didn't attend church. 12:03, the family calls 911 to report a missing person. We're missing a time of when the church person contacts the family. We don't have that time on here. It doesn't mean it's not out there. It's just what didn't come from the source that I got this information from. So I need to go back and find that. I want to clear something up because a lot of people were saying that it took the family an hour to call 911, but this is 7 minutes. They called 911 within 7 minutes. So they probably went to her house, looked around, maybe made a phone call. Hey, is she with you? Hey, have you heard from her? And then called 911. 12:15. So 12 minutes later, the investigators arrive and they launch a search operation, including the use of drones and search dogs. I don't think they did all that on day one, though. Do you guys? I don't think they did that all on day one. 9 man-hours in Annie house. Never seen anyone but Savannah. Yeah. Look up the interstate camera video. They zoom in the gray truck. There's a video of it? Look up the interstate cameras video. All right, I gotta find a video of that camera, if there's a camera. If anybody finds it, mods, if anybody finds it and you have the link, let me know. Gray truck in Nancy Guthrie case. Let's see what we can find. Do we want to hear Nancy Grayson describe it? I don't see a video, an actual video of the truck. Everything I'm seeing is old. Wait, 6 hours ago. Crucial new details. I think that's just the description of the person. Oh, was it spotted at the Circle K? Let me see what you guys are saying. Anybody know where I can actually see a video? Nope, no information. Okay. Excuse me. Let me look. I think I might have found something. If I can get this ad off. Ooh, this is being weird. Why is there no sound? I know you can't see it. I'm sharing. I'm sharing now. Sharing now.
Vehicle that may possibly be connected to the investigation into the disappearance of 84-year-old Nancy Guthrie. we were given that information, and our network asked us to come and check out the possible location. And this is where we are standing right now. This is a Circle K, and I'm going to stand back. First of all, this is the parking lot in question. There are no vehicles here as you look at the parking lot that are believed to be possibly related and or connected. But just a short time ago, there were 2 sheriff's deputies that were here in parked vehicles of their own, taking notes, finishing up whatever they were doing. I asked them if they could comment. They said we certainly cannot. Inside of the Circle K, they said that they are not allowed to be commenting at this point. But this is what we know. Again, NBC News had become aware of a search by law enforcement for a vehicle or vehicles, again, may or may not be connected to the disappearance of Nancy Guthrie. Officials have not said if the vehicle has been definitively connected to any part of a crime or
Look at that view, you guys. When I was just in Mexico, that's what the view was like where I was staying. Like just the mountains right there. Like so beautiful.
if actually
I don't know if this guy's going to actually talk about the truck.
that lead has since been evaporated. Circle K, a spokesperson telling NBC News in a statement, confirming law enforcement came here after, quote, receiving a tip regarding a vehicle of interest, and our team, the Circle K team, provided them access to the store's surveillance.
Okay, here's some questions. Why are they just now going to go get that surveillance footage? Shouldn't they have had it already? Let me know in the chat. One in the chat. Should they have had, like, this is the Circle K closest to her neighborhood. One in the chat. Shouldn't they have already had that? And then they could have looked themselves. Why are they just now going 12 days later to collect it? Right. And then, okay, so they got a tip. So is the tip about a gray truck? Is that what we're looking for? One in the chat. Should they have already had this footage collected? Yeah. I have not called to ask about the Bitcoin machine yet, but I am going to do that. Yeah. Do your, yeah, 1111111. Yeah. Incompetence. I mean, not again. Not again. Like, do we need to normalize just bringing the FBI in at least as like a monitor from the get-go and not a partner? Like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if he's going to mention a specific vehicle here. I want to try to find something that has specifically about the white or the gray truck. Where's the gray truck?
Video. Circle K spokesperson added that their thoughts are with the Guthrie family at this time and that they are always willing to assist.
Okay, I'm skipping through this a little bit.
Over exactly a 6-minute drive from the home of Nancy Guthrie. So it is fairly.
All right, so it's 6 minutes to this. It's quicker to get here than to her daughters. Maybe it's on the way to her daughters.
The suburbs of Tucson are called, and that is where we immediately went to. Again, 2 sheriff's deputies were here, whatever investigation they were looking into, if they had the surveillance video, and they are elements to be had.
Tell us more, guy.
Robert, what can you tell us about the reports today of another ransom note?
We already know about that. I want to know about a truck.
Notes. NBC.
Where's a truck?
Way, manner, shape, or form. And when the Pima County Sheriff's Department here in Arizona brought in the FBI, they are sharing every development with them. And as we leave you, we can tell you that Senator Mark Kelly was here outside of the Pima County Sheriff's Department this afternoon, not only showing his support to the Sheriff's Department and to all the investigators, but very, very confident in the investigation they are doing, in the investigation that now moves forward.
How do you guys think the family's truly feeling about this investigation? Would you, if you were the family member, would you be happy? I mean, I would be upset because to me it seems like things are getting done now that should have been done on the first couple days, and they're getting done now because the FBI is finally being allowed to do stuff. They have no clue. They have no clue. They have no clue who is behind this. I mean, they're still at the point, to me, in my opinion, of collecting evidence to see, okay, now let's look at the evidence and putting it all together. Which way is it leading us? Right. From what I'm seeing with three different videos of it looking like people were casing the neighborhood. I hope they have a team of people going down that route, and they probably do. That's probably why they went to Carlos Vallezuelos, but is he the only one? Like, I would think maybe they're visiting several delivery drivers, especially if the one that you detained was wrong. It's crazy. Looking at your comments. Why no pressers? They haven't had a press conference since February 5th. It's a white truck, not gray. Nancy Grace said gray, I believe. You guys, I'm trying to find somebody talking about it. Let me see. There's got to be, let me go to my trusted YouTube. If anybody's in Discord and has found, I do have a Discord link, you guys, in my community page. If you want to join our Discord, you can share information. I'll try white truck. Maybe that'll show up. White truck, Nancy. Guthrie. I don't know. All right, I have no choice. We got to listen to this. I'm sharing it.
Description, it's loose. A guy 5'9", 5'10", 5'11", dark hair, did have a mustache, did have facial hair, probably not anymore, but it's the DNA that will carry the day. And another thing, why I think they were looking at Carlos Palazuelos, I believe what you and I talked about on night one, Sean, CAST, Cellular Analysis Survey Team, I think they picked up Palazuelos' cell phone in and out of that neighborhood, identified him, and then swooped in and got him. So they are
For
working
sure.
the phone angle. I know that.
I agree with that.
Well, I know without the FBI there,
To the truck.
they never would have gotten that videotape. And the Pima County Sheriff even said early on in a press
Thank you,
conference
Tomboy.
that they would not have no access to any videotapes. He did say that. I hate this turf war thing. The glove seems to be the main thing.
Hi,
You
Rocky's
remember early
event.
on, there was one neighbor that reported that in the days leading up to this abduction, that there was a white truck, white, gray, I don't know, different, but maybe close enough, that had been on the street. which
They
seemed
were
out of
wrong,
place.
Nancy.
Maybe we go back to that point and maybe we find that white truck.
Oh, wait.
Well,
You
interesting,
just
something
said
that
it and I
you
missed
brought
it.
up about
I was
that
thinking about
white
something.
vehicle.
Hold on.
And that was
They just said white truck. Where's the thing? Sorry. What did they say?
DNA. But even if that's why he's hanging his hat on an excuse to send it to a private lab in Florida, they don't have anything that the FBI doesn't have. So that's not going to wash. And I want to tell you something, Sean. I've tried
I wanna
many,
imitate her.
many DNA cases. I've tried many cases without DNA. You can use up DNA if you have a small amount, which comes from touch DNA. It's not like blood or sperm where you may have a lot of DNA and a very small amount of fluid, but you have a lot of DNA. Touch DNA, no. If there is it hurts me to think of this. If there is a small amount of DNA inside one of those gloves and it is sent to a lab for testing, that DNA could be used up in the testing. It's very hard
No,
to
it
regenerate
won't.
DNA
They didn't do that
for
in the Brian
testing
Koberger
purposes. So what I'm
case.
saying is, if that lab in Florida uses up that touch DNA, it's over. Does he not realize what he is risking? He needs to go back to his back.
You guys, they had touch DNA in the Idaho 4 case, and that went from the police to the Idaho State Lab to a private lab to the FBI, and it didn't get used up. It got bigger. It multiplied. Oh my gosh. Did I miss?
Basketball game.
Is it coming
and
up?
let the feds handle this in Quantico. But it's done. It is done. And I can't tell you the difference DNA makes in a case. That's the number one thing right now.
Where's the truck? Where's the truck?
Trucks.
There we go.
The feds are looking.
Okay. 218. 2.
Is the vehicle. Trucks. The feds are looking for trucks. A gray truck in particular. They're asking everyone within a 2.
Okay, I told you she said gray, so maybe the first information or her information is wrong, but that's where I got it from.
2-mile radius to pull video. And have they seen a truck? Have they seen a gray truck? And do they own a truck? And do they know somebody that does own a truck? Why did they focus on a truck? Because apparently a truck has been picked up on video surveillance around questionable times. Now, if you look at...
Okay, yes, that's what she said. So they have video surveillance, probably from flock cameras or businesses that around the area at questionable times, right? All right, let me check this. Give me a second. Looking for something new here. Uh-oh, where am I looking? Oh, here. Oh my goodness. That's crazy. Wow. All right, let me get this. Will this work? Yes. Okay. All right, look at this. Can I make it bigger? Make it bigger. Nope. Ah, no. I don't want to do that. Stop sharing. Oops. I clicked on the wrong thing. Hold on. Give me a second. I had it where I wanted it. Now it went away. I'm so sorry, you guys. Hold on. I'm not good at using this. Where'd you go? Oh, there it is. All right. It's still up there. All right. I'm going to share this picture, this new picture. Did you guys see? Did you guys see this? There we go. A sketch. Oh, it's so little. I'm so sorry, you guys. Blow your phones up. I got to look on the... I don't think I can make it bigger. Open image in a new tab. That's what I can do there. Maybe. Trying to make it bigger. There we go. This is what they think the person looks like. This is from Court TV. I don't know. How did they get all that? How did they get all that? Do you think the guy has that much hair? Where'd they get this from? Even the other people that, oh, you can't see it. Sorry. Even the other people that were on the other surveillance, you don't have hair like that. Nobody we've seen has hair like that. What do you guys think? How do you get that from someone wearing a mask? I know. I mean, I do feel like there is stuff under the mask, like like facial hair, but I mean, or it's layers of masks or something. So maybe they're thinking full head of hair based on how they're seeing. I don't know. Do they have any other? Yes, Tomboy. The FBI does have like facial recognition imaging. So I shouldn't be laughing because they probably do have, this futuristic technology that might be able to take the bone structure and see through the material and stuff. So yes. Yeah, interesting. So side part, nice full head of black hair. Looks like a, normal guy. Check the eyebrows. Check those eyebrows. Hi, William Bradford Baldwin. Nice to see you. El Chapo. Maybe, if, like I said, I see right now, a amateur group trying to pull something off in this neighborhood, and maybe even Nancy's house was just random, or I see, cartel level, like organized crime, planned attack. But I don't know, there's been mistakes with those gloves left and stuff, so I don't know. That's not the person. Hi, Megastar. If I didn't say hello to you. John Bonio. Hello. What's up? Hello. It's like the car imaging they use for BK. It doesn't look like Carlos. He looks like a Carlos. I would say it's safe to say the person that they're thinking is Hispanic. Yes. All right. I'm going back over here. I don't think there's any more breaking news. Let me know if I'm missing anything in the chat. So for the timeline, it was Sunday evening, February 1st, when they put out an announcement we found out she disappeared. That was Sunday night. Monday the 2nd, authorities announced that they believe she was kidnapped, abducted, or otherwise taken against her will. KOLD TV got a ransom note Monday night. That's February 2nd. So first ransom note shows up Monday, February 2nd. The note includes a demand for money with a deadline set for 5 p.m. Thursday. And then they set that second deadline for Monday. Savannah Guthrie posts a message on Instagram on Monday night asking for prayers. So that all happened on Monday the 2nd. The 3rd, a person familiar with the investigation tells the Associated Press that investigators found signs of forced entry at Nancy Guthrie's home. And then the president tells reporters that the situation is terrible. We have later found out the sheriff was pretty hot and heavy that there was no forced entry. Well, no, let me clarify. He would not say there was not forced entry, but he was saying we didn't say that. So he doesn't want us to know if there was forced entry or not, in my opinion. That's how I take that. That evening, Savannah Guthrie posts a video to social media in which she tells her mother's kidnapper that her family is ready to talk but wants proof their mom is alive. Okay, now we're at the 5th. Officials reveal that a DNA test of blood found on the home's front porch showed it came from Nancy Guthrie. So the FBI offered $50,000 for a reward. Friday, a week ago today, Tucson TV station KOLD received a message via email tied to the Guthrie case. The station says it can't disclose its contents. The FBI says it's aware of a new message and is reviewing its authenticity. Investigators returned to Guthrie's neighborhood to gather more evidence. The president of the Catalina Foothills Association, a neighborhood group, thanks residents in a letter for being willing to speak with law enforcement, share camera images, and allow their properties to be searched. What question did I have about this? Somewhere they released the house too soon and then reclaimed the house again. Remember that? That's how we found out. Ooh, the V mark. Mask has a little anonymous stash underneath his bottom lip. V for vendetta. I know that. Symbol. That's interesting. It is $100,000 reward now. Yes. You're kidding, Rocky's a vet, right? You're kidding. They would not sell tickets to the public. If I look that up and find out that's true, oh my gosh. You think that her children want insurance money? They have not ruled anybody out. Like, what's coming through the back door? Yeah. Well, I'll just answer this real quick. He comments on anything, in my opinion, that isn't the files. That's my opinion. Sorry. I'm sorry. That's what I think. Wi-Fi jammers. They could be, but I still think ultimately the FBI got footage. They got their footage. They have ways. And is that Suprick? Not sure how to say her name, but hello, S-U-P-R-C-K. Suprick, like that. He is enjoying the distraction. I think so. Yeah. Okay, so that was a week ago. So Saturday the 7th, Savannah Guthrie releases another video on social media directly engaging with her mother's abductors. We received your message and we understand. That's when they said, we will pay. This is very valuable to us. We want to celebrate her and we will pay. Last Sunday, February 8th, the detectives and the FBI agents do follow-up work at multiple locations. The sheriff's department says an investigator is seen using a pole. Oh, that's when we saw the pole searching an underground tank behind Nancy Guthrie's home. This past Monday, Savannah posted another video on Instagram, an hour of desperation. They didn't mention anything about a ransom note. A spokesperson for the FBI says the agency was not aware of ongoing communication between Nancy Guthrie's family and the suspected kidnappers, despite a deadline set for Monday evening. This is interesting. Excuse me. I would think the FBI would know that. What do you guys think about that? The FBI was saying We don't know about that. Is this one of the things that they're kept from? Hi, Sandra Kiyoshi. Was that today? Did someone gift memberships today? Did I miss it? Did I miss something? Let me look. That's not it. Did I lose it? Oh no, here it is. Did I miss anything? No. I don't think so. I did gift memberships the other day, so it could be that. Did anybody? Sleuth, you gifted memberships? Why am I not seeing it? Thank you. Thank you so much. Scrolling up to look. That's amazing. I greatly appreciated. We've got more green team peeps. I am scrolling back. Probably when I was rambling on, huh? Thank you, Sleuther. Right there. I see it. 10 memberships. Oh my goodness. That's awesome. That's awesome. Welcome, new members. Is this that's a thumbnail. That's not what I want. I'm looking for my videos. Thank you so much. Now can I see who received them? If you received one of those memberships, please make sure to thank Sleuther. Looks like Jeff H. Yeah, and people did thank you. All right. I have to make a list of all our members for sure. All right. Appreciate that. Very nice. I know, Christina. I knew it was a long time ago. I'm like, I'm just jabbering. Hey, better late than never. And I'm glad that you are still here, Sleuther, to hear me. That's very generous. Okay. Okay, we're on to this past Tuesday, just 3 days ago, right? We're Friday, 4 days ago. The FBI says it managed to recover doorbell camera video of what it described as an armed person tampering with a camera at Guthrie's front door. See, this is a big issue with them keeping the FBI like at a distance. The whole doorbell camera stuff and cameras at the house could have been figured out like day one, right? Like, let them get in there and do what they can do. I would be very upset about this if I was the family. Wasted time, right? We know when crimes happen, that first 48 hours is crucial. First 48 hours. Video shows the person wearing a backpack and ski mask with holes for the eyes and mouth. The person tries to cover a camera near the front door with their gloved hand before ripping out a plant from the yard to block the camera's view. So we know all this. Savannah Guthrie posted an image on Tuesday saying, "We believe she's still alive. Bring her home." And she includes the phone numbers for the FBI and the county sheriff. I don't think I saw that. I don't think I saw that posting. All right. Later that day, the Pima County Sheriff's Department says a person was detained for questioning during a traffic stop south of Tucson. That was Carlos Palazuelos. The man is released. We saw that. That was Tuesday. Wednesday, authorities confirmed the man detained a day earlier was released, but did not say what led them to stop him or conduct the search. Then we had FBI agents and Pima County Sheriff's deputies knock on doors and search the desert terrain in the neighborhood surrounding the homes of Nancy Guthrie. See, this is like Tuesday, I think, is when the FBI really like ramped up what they were doing. Over a week later. Too late. Let's see. They knock on desert doors, search the desert terrain in the neighborhoods. Oh, this is when they start going not door to door, right? They're going door to door, surrounding the homes of Nancy Guthrie and her oldest daughter, Annie Guthrie. So they're going around both neighborhoods, whom she had visited during the hours before. Several hundred people are now assigned to the investigation. All right, now we've got hundreds of people. Such wasted time, you guys. All right, Thursday. The investigators ask residents in a 2-mile radius of Nancy Guthrie's home to share any camera footage and report any suspicious activity they noticed in the month before she disappeared. The FBI later doubles the reward for information that would lead to Nancy Guthrie or an arrest and conviction of whoever was responsible. So now they're up to $100,000. And supposedly this is when they start looking for this truck. The agency also describes the person who was seen so late last night, we get this description, and then today we get the sketch. So we are starting to get more stuff. The FBI says he is wearing a black 25-liter Ozark Trail Hiker Pack backpack. Oh, those are just extra slides. Okay. All right, I'm going to see your comments here. Sandra Kiyashi, like many mentioned on, Lana, love Lana. She's the GOAT. Mad respect for her. They must know if the pacemaker works inside or out of the body, meaning is she alive or deceased? You guys, I don't want to get very gruesome about this, but when you talk about the pacemaker, if your heart stops, it will shock. It will shock you to revive you. And that's the good thing. So like, if she was shocked because of the surprise and the fear that happened to her, and that caused a reaction with her heart, the pacemaker would help with that, right? So it would help keeping her alive. But I have seen, oh my gosh, situations where, like true stories where someone was attacked like violently with a weapon and they were bleeding a lot. And the pacemaker does keep shocking you through those events. So yeah, I know that's like disturbing information, but you can look that stuff up. There's been people that have had different injuries and situations that have happened to them with those. So I'm hoping it's the positive, that if she's under too much stress or something like that, that it's keeping her going. Oh, I know, senor. And I used to be able to go to Twitter and like get updates, like, YouTubers and people that I know and recognize their names. And now I go to Twitter and it is just, I don't know if it's bots or what it is. And it is crazy stuff. Like, I don't like that at all. I got to see if there's like, what can I do to like get around that? It's crazy. So I wanted to, so I've got this timeline at least started. I did get it from a source. I'm going to add to it, and I want to keep going with all the details of everything that has happened along the way. And then I didn't get to go to the sheriff's press conference today that he did a week ago, because we haven't had an update since a week ago. So I want to go back to that. Maybe I'll incorporate that some way Monday, but today's Friday, so I'm clocking out for the weekend on here. I do post updates on my community page, and I have a Discord. So I would love to chat with you guys about this case and share updates and things like that in Discord. So right now I just have like our main group page where we can all chat. That's posted on my community page if you want to join that. Tomorrow is Saturday, and at 6 p.m. Eastern time, I am going to be joining Dago from the True Crime Cafe with Dago, and the last 24 on the mic. That's Mike from the last 24 on the mic. We are having on Logan from Bronx Tales, and there's going to be a special guest. And we are starting a new weekly show. It's going to be weekly, called The Verdict Room, I believe is the final title they came up with. And we're going to be like analyzing the case of the week, coming up with final verdicts of all the information that we've learned throughout the week. So please join us Saturday night. I will probably be streaming too, I would imagine. So you can join me at my channel, but I'm going to be doing it with Dago and Mike and whoever else joins us that weekend. So talking about eggs. Glad the price of eggs have dropped, right? Yeah, I'll keep looking for new updates on this case. I want to get into information like about the case. So how are ransoms usually handled? The flock cameras, that was interesting to me. Things like that. So when I come back on Monday, this Crime O'Clock is just about true crime in general. So I may line something up for Idaho 4. If things break about Nancy Guthrie, I might be covering that. I have a lot of cases that I'm following and want to talk about. So it has been wonderful meeting lots of new people in here today. Thanks, Sluther, once again for all the 10 memberships that you gifted. I want to keep that community growing. Happy about that. I'm going to go tell my daughter happy birthday again. Mike, did you hear me plug the show for Saturday? If you're still in here, hope I got everything right. But have a wonderful weekend. Please like the channel, subscribe if you haven't. Appreciate any and all donations to help support the channel. As always, I hope you have a wonderful weekend, and I'm going to see you Saturday night for the Verdict Room, 6 p.m. Eastern time, and then I'll see you again on Monday for Crime O'Clock. Everybody go over to Dago's right now. Dago True Crime Cafe. He is live right now. So we can all leave here. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you over there. Have a great weekend, everybody. Bye.
Thanks for watching. Hope you felt the spark. Please hit that like before it gets dark. Subscribe. It's free and keeps us going strong. You're part of the crew now, right where you belong. Join us next time. Same truth, same fire. We bring the heat and never tire. We're typically unique and proud to be a husband and wife in podcast harmony. Unique, yeah, that's you and me. Don't forget to like and hit subscribe. It's free. Come back again. We'll be right here with truth and laughs and zero fear. We don't always agree, but that's the show. One love, two minds, letting it flow. We dig deep with crack jokes, we called it like we see. If that's your vibe, you belong here with me. We don't always agree, but that's the show. One love, two minds, letting it flow. We dig deep with crack jokes, we call it like we see. If that's your vibe, you belong here with me. We don't always agree, but you felt the spark. Please hit that like button. before it gets dark. We dig deep with crack jokes, we call it like we see. If that's your vibe, you belong here with me. Thanks for watching, hope you felt the spark. Please hit that like before it gets dark. Please hit that like before it gets dark. It's free, it keeps us going strong. You're part of the crew, now right where you belong. Join us next time, same truth, same fire. We bring the heat and never tire. We're typically unique and proud to be a husband and wife and proud to be a husband and a wife in podcast harmony. Yeah, that's you and me, that's you and me. Don't forget to like, hit subscribe, it's free. Come back again, we'll be right here with truth and laughs and zero fear.